So I just want to do a quick recap on some trades that's set up on EMD. You can see here that a couple quick observations on this chart that might have helped you a little bit. And these are all in the manual that went out, so you're going to want to take a look at that. But you can see here that the guidance was short pretty much most of the morning, and you had a series of a decent trade set up. This was what's called a deep probe. It's where a market actually the bars actually turned blue, but it's still in a short condition. So you look for a rollover, see how it came up, and then put in a little kind of shelf support area just under the pivot, and then rolled over and broke it right in here. That was your short trigger there. That was a nice little pop down through the second pivot. You know, that's another thing we talk about in some of the webinars if you not watch those, trading pivot to pivot in the direction of the trend. Some days they line up pretty nice, some days better than others. Then you had a nice little bounce if you didn't get that one. Another little proby roll over here, pop down to a fresh low, and then what's interesting is when it came back up here to just under this pivot, again, when it bounced, by this point here, it was pretty clear you were putting in a series of lower highs and lower lows. Can you see how it's now forming a channel down? I'd say by this point here, either one of these swings, it became clear that you were putting in lower highs and lower lows. It was fairly choppy, but you know, that's one thing that we spend a lot of time kind of covering, is being able to train your eye to see the swings, highs and lows, and being able to discern, you know, are we heading up or down? And here, of course, today we were heading down. So you got this other pop here. When it rolled over up near this 74.60, it came down through the pivot, giving you another short, nice short number 3. And then the final short here was off this yellow bar probe. Came right up to a nice, and we're going to cover this tonight, and we did quite a bit extensively on Saturday's webinar, support and resistance lines. Just take a few minutes and put some of these lines on your chart. You can see it makes a big difference in your ability to, you know, see and take the trades. But here was your final, well, at least for now, yellow bar probe where it bounced up, came up, checked this resistance level pretty nicely, and then rolled back over through the pivot. And I had 3 contracts on there. I've already covered 2, and I just got 1 left here. I'm kind of nursing it along to see if she rolls over and takes that final support level out. But so anyway, that's kind of the morning on EMD there. The webinar tonight's at 5 o'clock Pacific. We'll send out reminders here shortly. It should be a good one. We'll spend more time kind of covering the details of support and resistance and how to see and take some of these trades, even in a fairly choppy morning. So that's it for me. Any questions on EMD this morning? Bob, I see you have a question on the manual. We'll have to circle back and talk to Rich and Gary on that, and then get back to you. Sound good? Yeah, we'll circle back. We'll chat on that question, and then we'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, so that's the morning on EMD. I want to flip back over to you there, Gary, or you want to wrap?
We can. I